Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Ethan Tuttle. The Arizona Cardinals' new coaching staff is starting to fill out as head coach Jonathan Gannon added both of his coordinators over the weekend. On Saturday, the Cards hired former Eagles linebackers coach Nick Rallis to be the defensive coordinator. At just 29 years old, Rallis becomes the youngest coordinator in the NFL. The following day, former Browns quarterbacks coach Drew Petzing was hired as the Cardinals' offensive coordinator. Petzing previously worked with Gannon on the Minnesota Vikings. Former ASU golfer Jon Rahm clinched his third win of the season in just 6 starts, the latest coming at Riviera during the Genesis Invitational this weekend. Rahm is the fastest to reach 3 wins since Johnny Miller in 1975, who accomplished it in 10 fewer days. Rahm's final round 69 kept him atop the leaderboard to finish with a total score of 17 under par. This win also propelled Rahm to the world #1 ranking in the official Gold World Rankings. He spoke about his achievement after the win.
I'm aware of the magnitude of this moment in this golf course, right?
20 seconds. Yeah.
I've never had 3 PGA Tour wins in a season, and to do it this early on is incredible, and to do it at this golf course. I mean, talk about the history of Riviera as a golf course, the history of Tiger Woods as a player. Those two combined in this tournament, it's a pretty big deal.
Another champion was crowned yesterday when Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won NASCAR's biggest race, the Daytona 500. Last year, NASCAR rolled out the Gen 7 car, but drivers complained about safety concern. Since then, NASCAR has been making modifications to the car and recently conducted testing at Phoenix Raceway. Cronkite Sports reporter Ireland Horvat was at the track for a first-hand look at the changes.
The testing started early in the morning at Phoenix Raceway, where teams and drivers got to assess redesigns of the Gen 7 car to prevent serious injuries and see the improvement in racing on a shorter track.
You do this work in the first stages virtually, right? It's a simulation engineering project and a lot of simulation, and then we did physical validation testing, so literally built up test parts and we run them into things.
7-time NASCAR Premier Series champion Jimmie Johnson came out of retirement earlier this year and got his first taste of the Gen 7 car. Although he has limited experience with the Gen 7, Johnson got a better feel for the car after taking part in driver orientation testing.
The experience in the car is semi-familiar. I'm very happy to be here today to get a better handle of things. I think the new tire, the sidewall profile of the tire, and certainly the aero balance of the car is dramatically different than what I've experienced before. I'm thankful that I had some sim time because I think I would have busted my butt if I just showed up here and tried to drive off of memory.
Defending Cup Series champion Joey Logano was also there to test drive the modified car and see how it performed on a crowded track.
It's never going to feel great in traffic. So I was saying, until you race a car with no body on it, you're going to have dirty air.
The testing proved to be helpful for the future safety of drivers as they were able to collaborate with engineers in making sure the Gen 7 modifications are up to speed. In Avondale, Ireland Horvat, Cronkite Sports.
The Super Bowl has come and gone, but legends of the game gathered for one special event to help raise money in fighting childhood cancer. Nick Hogan takes us inside the Legends for Charity event that also gave out a huge honor.
During Super Bowl week, Pro Football Hall of Famers, broadcasters, their families, and others gathered in downtown Phoenix to support a common goal, fighting childhood cancer and other serious illnesses.
I mean, the mission's the same, right? Kids with cancer, say no more. If you can't get behind that as a human being, whether you win an award or not, what good are you?
The event's activities include recognizing the 2023 Pat Summerall Award winner, Howie Long. The NFL Hall of Famer and broadcaster has been connected to St. Jude for quite some time. In fact, Long had a chance to reconnect with Owen Church at Thursday's event, who he visited at St. Jude years ago when Church was battling cancer.
You couldn't imagine that Owen at 5 years old and the one I'm seeing now at 17. It's amazing.
Supporters gathered here at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Phoenix to help raise donations for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Those donations help allow St. Jude to never bill families for treatment, travel, housing, or food.
To know that they don't have to pay anything, and every family who comes there, they don't pay anything for all that care, for putting them up, taking care of the family, flying them there, it's just really spectacular.
Serving as the event chair was not Jay Feely's first encounter with St. Jude. as his niece Selah received treatment there during her battles with cancer. Fili's shoes paid tribute to Selah and her victory over cancer. For all involved, it was clear that the event allowed for members of the football community to put their focus on something bigger than the game.
As you well know, this week is busy for everybody. There's so many obligations, but they want to be here to support, and it means everything.
In Phoenix, Nick Hogan, Cronkite Sports.
That's all the time we have today for the Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you guys.